Hi, Sudis. How are you doing? Welcome to Sim. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. When I say that Black people do not have ally, I meant it. And you all know it's not like I am saying because I know you do not. You absolutely know that too. Because tell me how somebody that was on Black train the last time I checked, as I speak to you, is talking another thing. And not just only talking something else, trying to use her Black partner against someone that looked like me. And I am going to say this, and hear me out. Sometimes Black people with partners are the problem. You heard me right. Black people with these partners are the problem. They are very problematic. I don't know how they do it, but I feel like immediately they get married to this, their life becomes something else. Because that young lady was Mercedes, was once conservative, right? And moved to, I don't know, maybe she deflected or something, but I know at some point she became Kamala Harris supporter and all that. And now looks like she is going back to where she is coming from. And this is what they know how to do best, right? And now she has the guts to tell Black woman how to deconstruct. Deconstruct what? You know what? Let's get into it.
I don't know if you guys understand this, but you're never going to be able to dismantle fascism without first dismantling racism. These two things go hand in motherfucking hand. Okay. You literally can't dismantle one without the other. And I understand why you don't care, because you're like a past Trump supporter. And if you genuinely think that in the span of a couple months that you can deconstruct all of the worldviews and all the behaviors.
Yes.
I'm sorry?
I'm a moderate.
I don't care. So if you genuinely
talk about deconstruction,
that's not relevant.
When you talk about deconstruction, so like there's a level of deconstruction.
Moderates still need to deconstruct racism. It's all the same.
It's like a.
Why are you telling me this?
What I'm telling you is it's a relevant scale. So when you say,
you're telling the Black woman how much you need to deconstruct racism.
Let me talk here. So what I'm saying is when you tell me that I need to deconstruct, or you need to continue to deconstruct, or you say that in a couple months you construct to a certain degree, like I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying is in the scale of like, say, like moderates, the deconstruction here, where the leftists pull the deconstruction here. What I'm saying is fundamentally, I'm okay with staying here.
Yeah, so then you're fucking racist. Why are you even in this space? I think like everyone has the same. I don't know why you're talking. Everyone has the same thing.
Like, you don't get a disrespecter like that.
Oh no, it's because
I know you love to tokenize your wife, but I'm genuinely.
Hey, no, you don't get a disrespect.
I am not going to argue with another Black person. I am not going to argue with another Black person, and I came up to speak to you. I don't care for that weird mammy behavior. I am not going to speak to them.
But you also said that you weren't going to talk to me either. You said that you weren't here to have a conversation.
I don't know who you are.
You were begging to come up the whole time. Yeah, but you were begging to come up the whole time and literally got here and said that you weren't coming. And you said that
I said that I wasn't here to have a conversation.
I was here to speak to you. Yes, you just came to preach.
Right, and it means that I don't care for you to respond.
Well, but yes, but if you're coming to
right, if it means yes,
you're not coming to have a conversation.
If you just said yes, then you understand.
Yeah,
that means you understand. I did not come here to have a conversation with you.
I do understand, but okay, then stop talking. If you're not coming to have a conversation, I don't know why you're talking.
She's trying to. She has no.
There was this. So this right here is exactly what we talk about. So when I say we have a problem with conservatives, but when conservatives were in the chat, this is not what it devolved to. We might have problem this is my problem. This is why I'm trying to build up a group like this, because that is the left right now to me. Coming up here and just like doing that and just berating her and berating us like that and not letting anyone speak, I won't do that. You know what I mean? Like I don't play into that. And if that is what you want to do, that's fine. But Tom, do you see why I am so driven away from that and why I want to create a different environment? Because that right there is who controls the TikTok debate space narrative. I don't get that. Explain to me why. What is it?
She said numerous times, they're like, we're not the same, right? You guys are not the left. I would agree, though. Like, we are not the same. And this is something that I put a lot of work into, is saying that, like, there's liberals and there's leftists, and liberals and leftists are not the same. And there's a whole spectrum there where there's some people who are in between. But yeah, people who are willing to, like, say that they're going to create coalitions to destroy other movements that are trying to help Democrats, or that are trying to get Democrats elected. Like, yeah, those are the people that I'm talking about. Those are the people who are, they're bad for the left. And they are people, like, I would consider Hassan one of these types of people. It was funny listening to Dean listen to Hassan talk about how much he hates liberals. And Dean was sitting there going, what? Dude, I'm a liberal. What's going on? But those are the people that he surrounds himself with, as a bunch of people who hate liberals. So I was surprised that was surprising to him. These are people that we need to separate ourselves from. Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to do. That's the purpose of this live. Yeah, you can say what you ever want. I can't control you. So
sorry, I just want to say one thing before I go to sleep. I've witnessed, so I've dealt with real racy behaviors from YT people, I guess you could say, but I would like to say that Black people, my people, are probably one of the most racy people that you'll ever meet. I mean, I think a few weeks ago, I think it was at the Candlegate situation, and I was trying to defend Mercedes and saying, like, hey, I don't think this is a racy situation, and I got called every racy word under the book that you can think of. I got called a coon. I got pictures of, like, a raccoon holding a cat or something thrown at me or whatever. And this is the real reason why I'm behind this movement, is because I want to stop this. It's if you don't have a voice that's perfectly aligned with the far left, then you're wrong. It doesn't matter what your skin color is. And I'm sorry, I'm a little, like, worked up, but it's just.
But see, even like these people, when I say the leftist is toxic as fuck, they see you up here, like, emotional, like you're genuinely bothered by her behavior. You're genuinely bothered by the behavior that when they talk to you like that, or when you get sent pictures like that, and then it's like these people in the comments, they don't care. Yeah, because this is the leftist space. They have no empathy, and this is why people move right. This is why people continue to vote right, and this is why I am not here. When Snow comes up here, when all these creators come up here and say, you need to platform the left and give these people these voices and cater to them. Fuck no. I will never do that, because my goal is to get people from the right over here without any of that noise and drama. Because, like, having someone come up here and just do that, if you're in the comment section and you think that was a mature response and a mature way to have a conversation, I tell you, you haven't, like, that's no, like, unfollow me if that's your opinion. If you think that was a mature conversation to come up here and just start acting like that, then this ain't the page for you. You know what I mean? Like, holy shit.
Yeah. That's all I got.
She said she wasn't going to talk to white people about it, but she also said that she wasn't going to talk to Black people about this either. I found out about the whole, like, Unfuck America thing from a Black man who's a streamer on YouTube named Irrelevant, and he was going over it, talking about how ridiculous this was, and that these people, he calls them racist. He calls people like Tashika racist, and says that they are bad for the movement. I watch videos from groups of libs of TikTok, and I always thought that they were actually making those videos themselves. I thought that they were going and, like, paying actors to make those videos and say those things. But I'm realizing the more and more I watch TikTok that those are not, they didn't make those videos. Those are real people who are actually on the left actually saying those things. And it's rough, because they are the loud people. And that's the way that the entire Democratic Party is now being branded, is as those people, as though we all believe in, 62 genders, and we're all, believe just a bunch of crazy things that, the prejudice plus power equals racism stuff. It's a caricature that all Democrats have been put into that bucket, when really it is a small group of people that probably don't even vote for Democrats at the end of the day.
It's a small group of people that's extremely loud, and it's like, dude, you're refreshing as fuck. You are a pleasure to talk to. Wow. Like, you're really, really, really good. And I was ready to watch you engage in that, but then it quickly devolved into, obviously no one was going to hear either or.
Yeah, I didn't think she was gonna have a conversation. As soon as you said that you were willing to do it, I thought, yeah, I doubt she's even gonna be willing to talk. But if she was, I'm totally down to have that conversation with anybody else as well. If anybody wants to come to my channel sometime and have that conversation, I'm happy to have it.
Yeah.
99% of people didn't watch the live that attempted to take down the UNF America tour.
You guys, Mercedes brought out her emotional protection Nigra. Her emotional safety Nigra to protect her from the mean and nasty black folk. Guys, that's her black friend. There they are. Mercedes, it doesn't matter how many black people you know. You're still a racist conservative. You are anti-black, white supremacist. And being anti-Trump doesn't change those things.
99% of people didn't watch.
So when you
You're telling the black woman how much you need to deconstruct racism.
I don't care how much someone says they love and support Black people. I do not care if they put Black Lives Matter in their bio. Pay attention to how they act. These people are so weird to Black people. To the Black people in their lives, they will tokenize them, they will demonize them, they will villainize them, they will throw them under the bus. But in the guise of having a Black friend or a Black partner, you won't see their ignorance or hatred because, oh, I have a Black friend. My wife is Black, so I can't be racist. So I can't act and behave this way. So I can't be, no. There is a difference between someone that actually does love and support Black people versus someone who says they do. Pay attention to their follower list, their friend list, the Black people they surround themselves with. You will know who really does or doesn't fuck with Black people.
Like a lot of you, I watched this shit show of a live last night. We got host Mercedes, this racist in denial, and a whole panelist of other nobodies like tomfoolery here. Essentially just a panel of moderate Democrats monologuing for hours while Black voices waited patiently in the queue to be brought up to speak. And when they did finally get that chance, guess what they were met with? Yeah, defensiveness, tone policing, words like, don't ruin the movement by being too far left. These are the moderates who will twist themselves into pretzels to try to reach Trump voters, people who stormed the fucking Capitol. But the moment that somebody says, Black liberation is non-negotiable, they start panicking about optics, and suddenly those people are too far left. Moderate liberal Democrats love to play the referee, but when push comes to shove, they will protect comfort over justice, civility over truth, and they will water down the movement until it's safe enough to run a campaign ad. Now listen, my platform is not huge. I have 35,000 followers, but I do want everyone to know exactly where I stand, especially because this account centers around politics. So let me be very clear. Anti-racism is not an extremist position. It is not some optional checkbox on the path to progress. It is the movement. And if your whole strategy is about having conversations and building bridges to the right while burning the ones to Black organizers, queer folks, and people demanding real change, that's not unity. That's control. And if that makes me too far left, that's fine. I'm not here to make people comfortable. I'm here to be honest. And if you're not centering anti-racism and making space for people most affected, then your bridge isn't for justice and progress. It's just a stage.
Okay, I saw this live stream, and I know everyone else is talking about how problematic everything else in that live stream was. But the thing that really irked me about that live stream is the black friend trope. And I need white people that are speaking on this to understand that this isn't a liberal versus leftist thing. It's not that. Because you guys like to tie it down to just politics. You like to tie it down to this political disagreement between liberals and leftists, conservatives, and the world. But it's not political. Black people, we are so beyond just political affiliation. in these conversations. We know exactly why the black friend is there. We know the purpose, the utility that they serve. This black friend right here is used as a protector against black fallout from when people are being called out for problematic behavior, specifically towards black people. We have seen this with black conservatives when they've been used against black people. We've seen it with black leftists that have been weaponized against the black community. And now we're seeing it with black liberals that are being weaponized against the black community, or any fallout that liberal content creators might have from their actions. They use the black people as a shield for that fallout. Now, what will ultimately happen is the black person that was used as a shield will get the majority of the fallout from this. And the white or non-black person that used that black person as a shield will shift to the right and will start catering more to MAGA, because they'll say that the left or the liberals are too sensitive. This happens so often that it's pathological at this point, that it literally needs to be studied. It needs to be a political science thesis as to why white liberals, leftists, and conservatives often use black shields to protect themselves from black fallout, from the problematic shit that they say. Instead of you guys addressing the reason why you're being called out, you will use these black people as shields, and it doesn't actually protect you from anything. The only thing you're showing us as people that are criticizing you for your problematic behaviors is that you are willing to sacrifice more black people before you admit to your wrongs. What happened on this tour with the black people, specifically the black women, was wrong. And it doesn't matter how many black liberal content creators you get to make your argument, it's wrong. I have heard black content creators all across this app, all across social media, say this consistently, and it doesn't matter who they're talking to, be it conservatives, liberals, or leftists. You cannot achieve the liberation of everyone if you allow the subjugation of anyone. We have consistently said to you guys, regardless of what political affiliation you might identify as, you cannot have a successful social justice movement when you allow a system of oppression to exist amongst your ranks. It simply tells us that you're just trying to perform. And that's what the Unfuck America tool was. It was performing. They were traveling around the country trying to confront Charlie Kirk, performing for the cameras. That's not going to do anything, because people that like Charlie Kirk, they don't like him because he's intelligent. They like him because he's a bigot. And until white people accept that fact about a lot of white people, there's absolutely nothing that we gain from the performance of your activism. It's just performing to us. A clown show. But maybe one of these days, they'll stop weaponizing their black friends and actually hear what black people have to say. Maybe one day they'll do that. I doubt it, but maybe one day.
Has anyone seen this person? Have you seen this person? You might have seen this person on your FYP many a times, especially during the election. That is Mercedes Chandler, and you might have saw them during the election. They were a so-called right-winger who flipped to the other side for Kamala Harris, and they would do videos, and at the end of the video goes, okay, follow me on Mercedes Chandler if you want to see my face again. Okay, bye. Yeah, that person. That person is now basically saying that you can't go too far left, because if you go too far left, you alienate the right. And let me just tell you something, Mercedes, which I think you are part of the family. You really do give off that lesbian energy vibe, that lesbian butch. We have tried to play this, let's stay in the middle, let's not alienate people for the longest time. It's just gotten to the point that we are basically in a world of fascism, either racism, fascism, homophobia, transphobia. We're in it. It's time to stop playing, let's be nice. No, it's time to call out these motherfuckers. So if you're following Mercedes Chandler, maybe you need to stop following Mercedes Chandler, because she's telling you basically stop calling out transphobia, homophobia, racism, and just be nice to these people. They're in a cult, but we're tired of being nice. My name is Kennedy Monroe, and if you want to see my face again, please click on follow and interact with this video.
Like, I work so much. I'm a blue collar worker. I don't have time to read books on intersectionality. That's like the main thing that you should be studying, because you're white. I don't give give a damn what your wife is. You're white, okay? You're white. You're white. That's Coon, and she's white, right? So like, I don't care. I don't care about any of this. But again, I have to say again, I'm not talking to your wife. I don't want you to put your black partner between.
She is the one who I can't control.
Hey, who are you talking to?
I'm not going to talk to you. Oh my god. I'm not doing this.
Laughing now. What's
brother?
The black person has a different.
I am not going to. I'm not going to berate a black person in between a white person. I'm not doing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
now what?
Continue.
I will. Anyway, so like I was.
The reason why I played that short clip is to emphasize a very particular perspective surrounding the Unfuck America tour. We, as leftists, not me in particular, but a lot of people think that white people can be racist against black people, but black people cannot be racist against white people. The perspective I see it as is that anybody can be racist to anybody, but there is a system that we have in place, a systematic racial system that allows white people to have an upper hand in society. And that is an issue that needs to be addressed. But black people can be racist against white people. And I think Tashika, I believe wholeheartedly Tashika was being racist here, especially against black people as well. People like Mercedes' wife, who is black. When you say you're white, she's COON, she's white, I guess white acting is what she was referring to, you're being racist. Like, I would never use that word, okay? Well, obviously I wouldn't use that word, but like, if I was black, I would never call somebody that word. I think that's just disrespectful. There's a way to have a conversation without calling people that. And to say that she's a COON because like she's married or dating Mercedes, I don't know if they're married, but I think that's disrespectful. And when you bring her up and then you get mad that she wants to address what the fuck you just said, and you don't let her speak and you say, I'm not here to speak to you, you brought her up. So do you not think that she's going to speak to you? Mind you, Tashika was one of the 4 original black ladies that were on that original live when Z butted in and all that controversy started. Yeah, she was in that live and she was one of the 4 that were being racist towards white people. I'm not going to lie. So you really have to listen to that entire 3-hour live to understand that it wasn't just one-sided. We can argue the fact that Z, whether she was being racist or not, where it can be misconstrued as racism and she just wasn't being racist. Like saying stuff like you people, I say you people to like, you know, when I'm speaking to like MAGA people or people like that. So it can be misconstrued or it can actually be her meaning it to be racist. We can argue that. But if we're going to argue whether Z is being racist, we also have to argue whether those 4 ladies were being racist too. Because some of them were being hella fucking racist towards white people, especially towards Dean and Parker, thinking that just because they're white, that they can't be at the forefront of the movement. Like, what do you expect? Like, we're just going to like, you know, only allow black people to be on the forefront? If they're good speakers, I think they need to be on the forefront. And there were black creators that were there that have spoken, that had even debated Charlie Kirk. So to say that black creators weren't there and they weren't getting paid is also a fucking lie. So this entire thing is just based on a lie. It's based on a false premise. And it's because people just get triggered by one little thing that they hear instead of seeing things for the bigger picture. Tashika was being racist and she needs to be held accountable for.
Would probably offend a lot of people on the left because they're trying to hear what conservatives are saying where other people don't want to.
It's always the white, left-leaning folks that always disappoint you the most. This is Mercedes, and she's a moderate, and she talks about many different important stuff. Recently, she got into some stuff because she decided to go on live and platform many harmful right-wing people. Now I know what she's trying to do. She's trying to bridge a gap between the left and the right. But honestly, in the words of Kendrick Lamar, it's getting way too wicked to apologize. The days of trying to bridge that gap is over, because our current president is currently making things worse and worse, and MAGA is just enabling him. And Mercedes is monetizing her interactions with MAGA. And the people that she platform are racist, sexist, and just all around bigots. And if you really want to help, call the bad actions out. Show them accountability. Let them see.
This is all I got from this video. And I am going to dissect this in a way that we'll all understand, right? This is also one of the reasons why I keep telling Black people, or I keep telling us, that there is nothing like ally. Because this lady in particular has always been speaking up for Black people. Then I am just finding out that her partner is a Black woman. Look at the way she goofed around. You see the reason why I have problem with people that look like me that have white partners. Some of them are just like the woman says she is a CO, and that is what she is, a coon. There is nothing anybody will tell me that is what she is. Because see how they were all grifting. And she also joined, tell me how somebody will wake up and behave this way, like the way the Black lady did. And then she is giving the husband or the wife all the support. Man, I don't want to be like this. That is not what I want. I do not want to ever act like this in my life. Like that you are saying the truth and you are not speaking up. Right? You all already know that I have talked about that Funk American tour that has been going on, where they go to debate Charlie Kirk and all of that. And at some point, the people organizing the thing did not involve Black people. There were no, there was nothing like diversity in what they, and it was also about Black people. So how do you want to go talk about Black people without Black people being involved? And I don't want to say what I want to say, but because it might go really very bad on me. Right? And this white man is actually out here telling us that is if the Black person is a good speaker. What are you telling me? What are you saying? That if the Black person is a good speaker, like we don't have good speakers in Black community, or Black content creators do not have good speakers. Okay, I am trying to really be calm because these people can just get on my last nerves at this point in time. Now, let me tell you something. A Black person cannot be racist to a white person. And I think that lady is a white Latino or whoever she is. Yes, she is not like she's white, but I think she's Mexican or Latino, wherever she is from. Black people cannot be racist towards other people. You people really need to understand this, right? We do not have that. We could be Black people could be prejudiced, any other thing, but now racist, they cannot be. They do not have that power to be. So get that into your skull, right? Back to the discussion. I love the way the Black lady that was speaking handled the whole thing. Why? Because she did a great thing. Number one is she tackled the white woman, Mercedes. Her name is Mercedes, right? And then why do I keep calling her he? Unfortunately, she looks like a man, but that is not where I am going to that. Probably that's why I keep calling her, but that is a she, right? She now wants to use her partner, who is a Black woman, to wage war against the other Black woman. She is so, I don't know how Black people do this, but you all see far ahead. Why? Even before something happens, you already have answer to it. I don't know how you do it, but you all are always ready. She already knew that she was going to use her Black girlfriend or wife, whoever she is, to her, to tokenize her, to be the speaker on. And she said, no, because you are with a white partner and you will never have anything good to say. And then the woman eventually came out to say, or the lady, that, yeah, people that look like me are the most racy. Now, why the whole discussion was going on, look at the comment section. The comment section is actually lit. guess the people who commenting, mostly white people, were calling her out on her BS. Now, like the sister that was in the box said, she said, you can be black. Sorry, you can be a white person and be anti-black, anti-Trump, but you are anti-black. And that it's on period. She said what she said. And I support everything she said. Some people are anti-Trump, right? But they are anti-black. That you do not support Trump does not mean that you are not a racist. You are still one. And this is the kind of people that ran away. Okay, during the campaign, she supported Kamala Harris, right? And now she is actually a conservative. Now she is running back to where she came up from. They will never change. And I will always advise you open your eyes to see them from afar. If you all know, I have actually brought some of her videos here. And if you are very conversant with the TikTok, you definitely will know who she is. I am going to draw the curtain here, but there is nothing like ally. Bye for now.